Welcome to another episode of the Connecticut Scoreboard Podcast. I'm excited to be joined by Cheyenne Sprecher, who will be joining us monthly throughout the field hockey season. So, Cheyenne, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So before we get started, just want to thank our sponsor at the Boneyard Huskies Club, who's powering this episode. The Boneyard Huskies Club is here to empower athletes by helping open doors to opportunities while providing UConn fans with access to exclusive dialogue, community, and rewards. To learn more about the Boneyard Huskies Club, visit boneyardhuskiesclub.com, and that's Huskies with a Z. All right, Cheyenne. So let's get into things here. It's start of field hockey season. I know a sport that UConn excels in, and fans are excited about it. It's got a national championship past that you've even been a part of. So I want to start by looking back. I know you've been at UConn for a bit here, but take us back to when it was time to pick UConn. What got you interested in coming up to Storrs?
Yeah, so when I was in high school, obviously I played field hockey like my whole life, and just kind of being like looking at a school that has won national championships in the past definitely got me excited to just come and visit the school and the campus. I think it was when I committed or when I came in, something like that. UConn just won the back-to-back national championships. So that was definitely something that sparked my interest just because of the legacy that they have here. Obviously the coaches are amazing, hence why I've been here for 6 years, but yeah, I mean, everything, just the campus, the coaches, the girls in the team, just the family like atmosphere definitely got me excited and like more willing to be part of the team, I guess, just because I felt like I fit in right from the start.
That's awesome. I know when you started, Nancy Stevens, who's a legend in field hockey, was the coach. What was it like getting to play and learn under her for a bit?
Yeah, so that was awesome. I mean, I think up until last year, the year before, she was the most winningest coach in field hockey like history. So like definitely when I joined the team, like just having her there to coach us and be on the sidelines was definitely something that was a unique experience. And I'm so glad that now our head coach is Paul Caddy, which was the associate head coach before. So I'm so glad that Nancy still sticks around and she comes to practices as a volunteer coach. Just to have her there and just to be a part of our program still definitely makes us work harder because she's there and we know what all like her past like career and her history with UConn Field Hockey is. So I think that definitely like makes us work harder, and she provides a lot of wisdom to our team. Yeah, I just can't speak highly enough about her just as a person.
What's it now been like getting to work with Coach Caddy and making that transition between the new coaches there? And what have you enjoyed most about getting to play under him?
Yeah, so honestly, like it's not that much different just because Nancy was always just like she provided the wisdom and all that, but the tactical stuff was always like Paul for the most part. So I think like having him go into the role of the head coach definitely helped out smooth the process a little just because Nancy still comes and everything like that, but at the same time, Paul kind of just fit right into that role. So, and he was already comfortable with the program for so many years. So it definitely wasn't that big of a change. I think it would have been more of a challenge if it was a newer, like a
Someone
new person
outside,
to the
yeah.
program. But yeah, but I definitely think it's been like smooth and, we've all adjusted well. And with Nancy still coming and Sherry still is our like goalie coach. So like it's all the same people for the most part. So I'm very thankful that Nancy still sticks around and Paul has done an amazing job so far. So
Take us through what your UConn career has been like so far, because I know you come in the first year as a freshman and you redshirt, and then basically from that there on out you've been the starting goalie for this team. What's your career been like, and how would you sum it up?
and I knew I was going to redshirt, and I backed up behind an amazing starting goalie. And I really just tried to just put in the mindset that I was going to be a redshirt and just take as much information as I could from her and the other goalies that were there previously. But once COVID hit, that's when we were granted another year. So this will be my 6th year, and it'll be my COVID year. So I'm very fortunate enough to have 6 total seasons played for UConn Field Hockey. But yeah, it's been a journey. I think to start with as a freshman, you're always coming in a little bit nervous. So I think it kind of helped me redshirting, kind of helped me smooth into the path that I'm on now.
Yeah.
I definitely was able to learn a lot that year and kind of take a different role to the team, which I think like really helped me these past few years because now I understand what it's like to, just kind of be in a different role. And some of the girls on the other team are on a different role. So I think that definitely helped me learn more and at the same time, like prepared me almost to play the next 5 years, I guess.
What's it like playing for a team that has that national championship pedigree? Because I know when you think of UConn, people tend to, jump right to men's and women's basketball and the pressure that comes with playing for those teams and their expectations. But for field hockey too, you guys have shown, year in and year out that you're competing as one of the top teams in the country. So what's it like getting to play for a team of that caliber?
Yeah, I think it's like really exciting and it's something great to be a part of. I think I'm very lucky to be at a school who not only, excels in just one sport, with men's and women's basketball both being, elite teams. And we're kind of more a well-rounded school, I would say, just through like men's
Definitely.
and women's sports, like across the board. I think with our field hockey team being something like pretty good, I would say. It's definitely nice to know that like we have people surrounding us who are also supporting us. Um, I think just having like the university behind us and stuff like that, that definitely pushes us to work harder. And I think this year we're hosting the national championship at UConn. So that's definitely something that we're striving for to be in that game, in that moment
Yeah.
with the whole state technically like on our back, like cheering us on. So I'm really excited for that, and I think our team this year will definitely have a fighting chance of being there, which is exciting because it's going to be at home, and that's something
Yeah.
we definitely want to achieve.
No, I mean, I feel like you don't get many opportunities to try to win a national championship in your home field there. So, how cool would it be for you guys at the end of the season to be competing for a national championship at home?
I think that would be just icing on the cake for me. I mean, my freshman year, I started. Well, when I was a reserve, when I was redshirted, we won at Louisville in Kentucky, and that was like an experience in itself because we went 23-0 and we got to see like this incredible like facility and I got to go to Louisville, Kentucky for the first time ever. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Um, but I think definitely being at home just pushes us to work harder every day in practice. And this season, like that is going to be like even like a better experience than my freshman
Yeah.
year, just because it just is going to be so exciting. And last year we played the Big East tournament at home. And unfortunately, we lost in the championship game, which was heartbreaking. So I think this year is kind of like, I don't want to say like our revenge year, but
Yeah,
hopefully,
a
like,
little extra motivation.
yeah, it's good, definitely for sure. And I think that's something that we're going to strive for and like push for because we want to be there. We want the whole state to know that like we're hosting it, we're playing in it. Like that just gives us the extra motivation, the extra push to just work harder.
Yeah. What is with the preseason been like for the team? I know that the season's kicking off this week, but how have practices been leading up to the start of the season here?
I think we're all excited. I mean, we've had 3 scrimmages so far, which have gone well. We got a lot of new freshmen in this year, so um, it's been fun trying to incorporate them into like the starting lineup and to different drills and stuff that we're used to doing. So I think we're all looking forward to our first game on Friday, especially being at home. It's like our home opener.
Yeah.
So I think we're all just amped up and excited for it and looking forward to just getting out there for like a real game this time. So it'll be exciting and I'm looking forward to it.
Help fill us in a little bit for those who might just be tuning in to watch your team for the first time as these games come up to start the season. Take us through the team a little bit. Give us a couple teammates of yours that people should have their eyes out looking out for that might do something special on the field this year.
Um, well, we have a lot of freshmen who are going to play this year. I think we'll get more of a rotation this year. So I think obviously like our backs are super strong this year. We have Claire Janderworth, who's coming from like Germany. She's going to be a senior this year. She's incredible back there. We have a strong midfield. I think we have Frances, who is a transfer from Stanford. She's going to do great things for our team this year. And we have a whole bunch of forwards who are ready to go and ready to score some goals, hopefully. And yeah, I think we definitely have more of a stronger team this year, and we're more well-rounded. So we'll have a lot of girls coming off the bench and providing that, the extra, push for
Yeah.
us when some girls get tired. So I think hopefully it'll be a good year for us.
I've got to ask, because I know the Big East is a great conference when you look at it across, the sports spectrum here. Who's the toughest team for you in the Big East that you've had to deal with in your career so far?
Yeah, so I would say earlier in my career, we were kind of, we would win the Big East every year. Like that was something that we strive to do. And just recently, we've had a lot more competition within the Big East. Everyone's getting better.
Yeah.
And I would definitely say that Liberty, just because they beat us last year in the championship game, they're definitely a strong team, and they're going to be a strong team this year. And I think they'll be the ones that, it'll be like a
Yeah.
hard game for us to play. And I think it's going to make us better at the same time, because the Big East was always known as being kind of not as strong as like the Big Ten and the other conferences, but I think by having other challenges throughout the year will definitely help us towards the end, because it'll make us better during the season and prepare us for postseason. So I would say
Absolutely.
Liberty.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'll take it. I'll wrap with this one here. Just for those to get some insight from your perspective, because I feel like goalie is always an interesting position out there on the field. Give us like a key to being a successful goalie.
I would say just making sure that you're always like focused during the game. I know sometimes the ball may not be like on our half of the field for a lot of the game. So I think always making sure that you're like switched on and like prepared for whatever's to come, because as soon as you are like not on your game or you're sidetracked or something like that, then that's when mistakes happen. And yeah, I would say it's a lot of pressure being a goalie, because you're
Yeah,
the last line of
definitely.
defense. But at the same time, like as long as you're ready and prepared and always switched on and focused, I think that's definitely one of the main keys of being a goalie, I would say.
All right. I like it. Well, I really appreciate you taking some time right before the season starts to join us. I know we'll have you back on next month. We'll have some games to talk about and talk about how this team's progressing towards hopefully being able to be at home in that national championship game.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. This is going to be fun.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.